Hi, welcome to another video. Today's going to be a pretty quick video. The only thing I'm going to really do is finish splicing the solar cables, because my last video I said I only had 2 solar panels in parallel. Well, now I have all the rest of the hardware needed to put the other one in series. Basically I just have to extend some cables and then connect a couple pre-made cables, and then it'll be done, so it shouldn't take too long. Now, if I was to do it over, I would have just bought a crimper and then bought the proper ends, and then instead of splicing, I could have just built my own cables as I went along. But that's not the way I did it. So yeah, so I'm just going to splice the 2 cables together and it'll be all set. And I'll officially have 400 watts panels. So 2 sets that are in parallel, and those 2 sets will be in series with each other. So essentially it'll be like having 2 200 watt panels in series, basically. So it'll give me about 24 volts nominal. And I say nominal because that's not actually the voltage you get. Believe it or not, actually, with a 12 volt nominal panel, I was getting like 20 something volts a while ago. So I can see it go up to like 44 volts, even higher. Because the colder it gets outside, the higher the voltage is. So that's why I didn't put all 4 of them in series. I would easily exceed the 100 volt limitation of the charge controller. So lately I haven't had a lot of time off, so I'm actually doing this like after work. So like it gets dark really early now, so I'm not sure how much footage I'll actually be able to get, but we'll see. So I'm gonna get to work. Yesterday was quite a fail. So my intention was to solder the two wires together to splice them, because I just need to extend the wire that goes from the solar panel to the charge controller, because I bought some pre-made cables, but they were too short. So I figured, oh, no problem, I'll just solder them together, no big deal. Well, it turns out soldering number 8 cable is harder than it looks. First I tried to use the heat gun, and then the heat gun blew up on me. And then I tried to use the propane torch. I just couldn't get the solder to melt properly and actually probably flow into the wire. And it just made a big mess, and it was terrible. And not just that, but the days are getting so short now that I was racing against the clock because it was getting dark. So I was rushing the job. It was just overall failure. So I decided to give in, and I bought basically a splice kit from Home Depot. It's basically a mechanical splice, so I didn't really want to use a mechanical splice for a cable that's going to be outside, but this is apparently rated for being underground, so it should be fine. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and hopefully things go better and I can actually hook up the solar panels. I also bought a new heat gun because the one I was using, it kind of blew up. It looks like it works, but I think like an element blew or something, because it wasn't producing as much heat. I can tell the light wasn't as bright coming out of it. So it's kind of odd. Like I saw some sparks but as far as I know, like when it turned on, it works. It's just it's not producing as much heat. So I went ahead and bought a new one. So that went pretty well. Those butt splices proved to be quite effective. It was much easier to do, and they're like 12 bucks a pop, so it's kind of expensive. But considering I only had 2 to do and the time I saved, I think it was worth it. I will want to figure out a way of soldering big wire, because at some point I might actually want to do that for other projects. But for now, that'll do. So now that that's connected, I got 400 watts of solar going into the shed officially. Now, because we don't really get a lot of sun here, I haven't really gotten to actually witness the full potential of these solar panels. But with the 4 panels, I'm assuming I'll be able to at least trickle charge a battery and have it last a night, even with a small load. That's my goal anyway. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. Bye.